Hey you, yeah, you watch this right now. If you don't click the like button in the next 6 seconds, you're gonna wake up tomorrow and step on a Lego. Hey, hi, what's up? Today we're taking a look at my very first win in Season 1. And when you guys watch this, I know your reaction is gonna be, oh my god, Izzy, you're an absolute bot. You are a pair of moldy gym socks. Listen, before you roast me too hard, what you have to realize is that everybody is a pair of moldy gym socks because this is the start of Season 1 and nobody really knew how to play. So we were all bad. So while I'm bad, so is everyone else. So I'm not really bad, right? Big question mark. Just go easy on me, all right? Don't roast me too hard. I'm a person. I have feelings too, and I actually do read my comments. Thinking of comments, let me know it down in the comment section what season of Fortnite you started playing in. Are you an OG player or a newer player? I would like to know. And yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. I hope you guys enjoy my very first win in Season 1. Roll it. Boom, there it is, Fortnite Season 1 in all of its Season 1-iness. Just look at that crispy Halloween screen. I don't care how many new custom menu screens we get every season, this one will always be my favorite. It was spooky, the music was awesome, it had that eerie candlelight, it just, I don't know. It makes me feel super nostalgic every time I see it. And of course, I'm using the original Skull Trooper before they re-released it and ruined it. This used to be my all-time favorite skin. In fact, it's actually still my favorite skin. Even though they resold it and it's no longer a special outfit, I still love my Skull Boy. And look at this. I'm like the only person in the entire lobby who has his skin. Everybody else is a default boy. It's an actual army of defaults. So during Season 1 and even a little bit into Season 2, if you saw someone else with a skin, you could guarantee they were a good player because they also spent money on the game. It's kind of like now if you see a Renegade Raider or a soccer skin, you're like, okay, this guy's a sweat. They must be good. If you saw anybody with an outfit during Season 1 or Season 2, you could guarantee they were a good player. Now, not so much. Everybody and their mom has an outfit. Like, literally everybody has a skin. I mean, they gave away this season's Battle Pass for free, so if you don't have a skin, I don't know what to do for you. It was a free Battle Pass. Anybody could have gotten it. And look at that map, though. It's so clean. It's so empty. The island used to be so simple. It's almost, I don't know, it's cute. It's like when you go back to your childhood home and you look around and it seems a lot smaller than you remember it. Yeah, that's kind of like what's going on with the Fortnite map, except it really used to be a lot smaller, like much tinier than it is now. The map, though, it just, I don't know, the graphics are so different. Everything was a little bit more muted. It was a little bit more cartoon-like, and I kind of like that. I kind of like the more cartoony vibe you used to get from the game, almost like you were playing a comic book. And here we are at Salty Springs, my all-time favorite landing site. I've landed here 1,000-something times, and I still love landing here. In fact, I landed here this morning and played a few rounds, and it was awesome. I still love Salty Springs because out of all the places in Fortnite, Salty has changed the least. They've updated a few buildings. They added the gas station and stuff. They fixed broken building, but it's still pretty much the same. And this building has never changed even a little bit. And I'm glad for that because this is my house, okay? If I could, I would buy real estate here. I would move into this home and I would sell pancakes out of the kitchen. This would be my retirement plan. Selling pancakes out of my house in Salty Springs. It just sounds like it would be awesome. Oh, look at that. We have the Tech 9 and the Tactical SMG. Both have been removed from the game. And I miss them. The Tactical SMG was my favorite. The TAC SMG was just such a beast of a weapon. Thing was amazing, and they went and they vaulted it. Hopefully they add it back at some point. We actually got to play with it more recently in the unvaulted game mode. They added it back for that limited time mode, but maybe they'll put it back in the game permanently sometime. Hint, hint there, Fortnite. Give me my Tactical SMG back. And all right, so this has nothing to do with Fortnite, but the new Star Wars trailer just dropped a few minutes ago, and I watched it like 15 times in a row, and I'm so excited. I can't contain it anymore, and I have nobody talk with about it. So I'll talk to you guys about it. Star Wars, I'm excited. The new trailer looks awesome. I'm such a Star Wars fanboy, and I'm really hyped right now, and I'm like in the Star Wars zone after seeing the new trailer. Let me know down in the comments. Any of you guys big Star Wars fans? I hope so, because it's my favorite movie ever. If you're not a Star Wars fan, you know, that's okay, to each their own, but I'm so excited right now. I can't wait for the new Star Wars movie. It looks incredible. I always get that way though, after like a new trailer drops for a movie or a game. I watch the trailer and I'm excited and I'm like, yes, I need it now. And you realize you have to wait like an entire year before you can watch it or play it. And then you just get sad knowing you have to wait, and that anticipation just slowly builds. Oh, I can't wait though. It's gonna be awesome. I feel like video games are even worse for that than movies. Usually when a movie trailer comes out, the movie's coming out that same year, so you don't have to wait too long But video games, man, it's all up in the air. You never know. Sometimes they'll release a trailer for a game. The game might not even come out, or it'll be years before it comes out. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Naughty Dog. The Last of Us 2 showed us the trailer for The Last of Us 2 like 3.5 years ago. We still don't have the game. I'm over here patiently waiting, dying inside, needing to play that game. So at least we don't have to wait for Star Wars. It comes out this Christmas. Actually, I think The Last of Us 2 might come out this Christmas too. Yeah, this is going to be a good year for entertainment. We get Game of Thrones this month, new Star Wars movie. We get the Avengers in-game. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome year for like entertainment all the way around. Get some really good stuff. It's a good year to be a nerd, boys. It's going to be awesome. So in a minute or two, you're definitely going to see me building, and it's not going to be impressive. My building is going to be slow. It's going to be sloppy. So please don't roast me too hard, okay? I have feelings, and you guys are ruthless sometimes. This is season 1. Nobody built quickly. This is also before turbo building, and it's before Builder Pro on console. So I was playing with standard controls. And if you've never played with standard controls, that's a good thing because it was awful. If you wanted to switch to your weapons, you had to cycle all the way through. So let's say I'm on my Scar and I wanted to go to my grenades. I would have to cycle through every other weapon in a big loop and then round robin back to the grenades. I couldn't just like switch left. I would have to go right all the way around. And it was the same with the building. So if you wanted to place down, let's say, a triangle, I would have to cycle through wall, floor, and ramp before I could place down like the pyramid. And it was a pain, and it made building very slow. So just don't roast me too hard, okay? If you never played standard, you should like go put it on for a few games just to see what it used to be like. It was pretty bad. Would not recommend. I'm so glad they added Builder Pro. Builder Pro definitely changed the game for console players. Let us compete like competitively against each other and of course PC players, right? Like they had never added Builder Pro. There's no way any console player would be able to compete with a PC player like ever. Now there's some guys up here. And check this out. So this is pre-first shot accuracy. So now if you crouch and you wait a second, your crosshairs will come together and that first shot will be perfectly accurate every single time. It didn't used to be that way. And there was a lot of bloom on weapons. So at range, you sort of just had to spray and pray and hope your bullets were going to hit. They did right there though. 93 damage headshot. That man just got 2-tapped. Yeah. Scars used to do 90 something damage for headshots, like 98, 99 damage for headshots. So you could 2-tap practically anybody if they didn't have shields, 3-tap if they did. It was nutty. Now they've nerfed headshot damage and body damage pretty significantly, but it used to be a much faster TTK. You could just laser people and there was nothing they could do. You could be like, hey, what's up, man? Bop, later, brother. And you just keep going. Also, yes, this is the time in the game where you could double pump. But this is before the double pump meta really emerged. It wasn't until late season 2, early season 3 that people figured out how to double pump. So while I could be double pumping right now, I have no idea that's even a thing when I was playing. I wish I did because man, I could have bopped some serious bots with double pump. Also, I know you guys are going to be very critical, like extremely critical of my inventory. I know it's already like triggering so many people because every time I post a video like this, people whine about my inventory. I know it's sloppy. The inventory is not managed at all. It's awful. I'm looking at it. It's giving me some OCD now. I should have my I should have my AR, then my shotgun, then my grenades, then my heals, but it's not organized. And that's because during season 1, the inventory was terrible. It was really hard to manage your inventory. Let's say I wanted to switch my grenades with my Scar, like the position, so I have like my Scar, then my grenades. I would have to remove them both from the inventory, then add in the Scar, then add in the grenades. I couldn't just like swap the two like you can now. So it used to be really difficult to manage your inventory. It was a big pain in the butt on console. Of course, now it's changed and it's super easy, but yeah, that's the reason nobody used to have like a well-organized inventory, is because it was a pain in the butt. It was complicated. It was glitchy. Sometimes it would just break and not work. Yeah, Fortnite used to have a lot of issues. I mean, it still has some, but all things considered, it's a much better game than it used to be, like, technically, from, like, a performance standpoint. Looks better, runs better, sounds better. Don't know if it's more fun, but, you know, at least it's smoother, so it's got that going for it. I almost forgot. Fortnite used to be 30 FPS on console. It wasn't until, like, Season 3 that we got decent performance out of the game and started running at 60 FPS on console. We used to be at 30 FPS. Ugh. It's disgusting. And most recently, I've just been playing on PC with a controller, getting like a constant 240 FPS, which feels so good. And yeah, look at that. Spike traps used to be blue. How many of you knew that? Spike traps used to be blue. Now they're green. I don't exactly remember when they switched it, but yeah, they used to be blue. Yeah, I shot that chair. Yeah, you stupid chair. Get out of here. That's what you get for being a chair. Stupid chair. Can never be too careful. Those guys are they're dangerous sometimes, okay? Gotta watch out for those chairs. Sneaky SOBs. Oh, man. So now we're back on the back northern side of the map. What's here now? We've got Junk Junction and Haunted Hills back here. But originally there was nothing. This was like an empty side of the map. No one ever came back here for any reason because it was just empty. There's nothing. I guess, to be honest, people really don't come back here anymore either. Oh, and Snobby Shores is back here. I guess some people land Snobby, but nobody ever really goes to like the northern side of the map. Like, when was the last time you saw someone go to Junk Junction? Answer, probably not ever, unless it was for a challenge. Ooh, more spike traps. I like it. So with this circle, we're definitely gonna have to grab ourselves some high grounds because high ground is everything in Fortnite, or at least it used to be. Now you can just do some 90s, you can grab a rift to go, you can jump on a quad crasher or a hoverboard or whatever, or a baller and get to the top of a mountain and have high ground, no problem. But originally, when no one could build very well and there was no vehicles or fast travel methods, you had to have high ground to win in-game if there was a mountain in. If someone else had high ground, you were almost guaranteed to die because you just couldn't build fast enough to put yourself in a box or, you know, stay protected through building because everybody built really slow. There was no turbo building or anything, so it was complicated, it took forever, and if you didn't have high ground, you pretty much lost every time, which is why all the good players used to go immediately for high ground. They build it 1 by 1 and they just sit up there. I know, not exactly action-packed, but that was the meta. That was the strat. Either you sat in a house, you sat in a bush, or you sat on a mountain, but there was definitely sitting involved and a whole lot of camping, or as I like to call it, tactically defending a position of opportunity. Yeah, it makes it sound better than camping, right? It's like, I'm not camping, I am tactically defending this position because it has strategic value. That sounds a heck of a lot better than, this is my spot and I'm not leaving, right? Right, so next time you're camping, just call it tactically defending a position of strategic value, and it makes you feel better. So yeah, pretty much the only way you can get up a mountain is by just sort of ramping right up the side, and you were super exposed and vulnerable. Nobody knew how to like cone themselves off to protect themselves from people up top shooting down. Yeah, good luck editing. Nobody could edit, right? Like if you could edit a door, you were a god back then. Like one door, if you could put like, you know, ... edit a door, 10 out of 10. And if you could rotate your ramp, you're practically ninja, okay? It was guides here if you could edit anything, especially on console. It really sucked. It's so much easier now. It's nuts how good people have gotten at Fortnite. Sometimes I daydream about jumping in a time machine, going back to the beginning of Fortnite with all like the game knowledge and game skill I have now and just dominating everybody and becoming the world's greatest Fortnite player. Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't you love to go back in time to the beginning of Fortnite when everybody sucks with all the knowledge you have now and then just be like the greatest player ever? That'd be pretty nice. And all right, here I'm plotting out my attack for the guy at high grounds. I'm gonna go contest his high ground position so I can have it and I can dominate the match. This guy is not a very good player. He's totally not watching his surroundings. He's just sitting up there, daydreaming, lollygagging around, not watching his back, and I'm gonna get him. I think he built a trap here. He put a door and then a wall dynamo on the side, so if I opened the door, I would have gotten zapped. It's not a bad play, except I can sort of jump right over that. See, your plan was flawed there, default boy. Look at those shots though, doing 97 to the head. Oh, I miss the old damage. You could just laser people for so much. Just a few shots and they were toasted. Easy. And all right, don't look. Don't watch anybody. Look at this building. I don't want to see it. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. I know it's bad. Everyone's was bad, but it's still not easy to watch. Even knowing that everyone else built that slow too, it's still difficult to watch. Wouldn't it be cool if you could go back and like show an original Fortnite player, someone doing 90s, right? Like just cranking out some 90s in creative mode, just grinding for the world champion. Man, their face would just go, and they probably stop playing the game out of having a pure panic attack over the sweatiness. But now I have my high grounds. I'm on top of the hill. We have a few kills, only a couple players remaining, and we're gonna go for that easy dub, ski boys. Easy dub. Yeah, this was the #1 strat. Back in the day, everyone would just sit on top of a mountain in a 1x1. A 2x2, if you are a really good player, you build a 2x2, you'd sit there, you'd watch both directions, and you would just laser anybody trying to come for your high ground. Because again, nobody could build, so as soon as they ramped up your direction, you just laser them. Easy eliminations for days. Might not have been the most action-packed thing in the world, but it definitely worked, and it worked really well. So look at this. This guy thinks he's going to take my high grounds. Unlike the other guy who was up here, I kind of ish know what I'm doing. So I'm going to take this boy out, get all of his loot, and that rocket launcher too, because that's going to be mine. He has the pumpkin launcher. Used to be the most annoying thing ever. For Halloween, they updated the rocket launcher to shoot pumpkins, and it made this high-pitched, giggly laugh every time you shot it, and it was just, it was obnoxious. Look at this guy, thinking he's cool. Thinking he's cool with his rocket launcher. Nah, bro, As soon as my bloom stops happening, I'm gonna laser you. Eventually, probably. Look at that bloom, man. Bloom used to be so bad. Like, it was so bad for a while. Assault rifles are much more accurate now than they used to be, but for the first, like, I don't know, 5 months of the game, it was completely RNG. You never knew if your bullets were gonna hit or not. Look at that. Blast from the past, the pumpkin launcher. And RPGs used to be way more powerful than they are now as well. They used to have a cap of 99, so you could have 99 rockets instead of like the 12 you can have now. They also did more damage when you hit somebody with it, and they shot faster, and you could reload them faster. So you could just spam 99 rockets at someone non-stop. So let's say you're playing duos or squads. If you had an RPG and your buddy had a noob tube and you both had 99 rockets, oh my gosh. It was the most obnoxious thing ever. You could keep someone pinned down with nothing but explosives for like 7 minutes, just shooting constantly. Yeah, we do that a lot. We were those guys. I guarantee we made some people break their controllers in Fortnite. I wish I had a list of all the people I made rage in video games. Wouldn't that be nice if you could just get like an orderly, itemized list of every single person you made rage at a game, and then have like a clip of the moment of them raging and you like just beating them? That'd be amazing. I'd love to see that. If heaven is real, I want a list when I go there of all the people I did, like, just completely destroyed the video game. Does that make me a bad person? Yeah, it probably does. I want to know how many people I really made mad. That's why I miss some of the old Call of Duty games, like in between lobbies. You could trash talk each other, or during the match, you could like yell at each other and talk to one another. And it just led to some awesome moments, because when you were really getting under someone's skin, you could tell they start screaming and cussing and freaking out, and it was so much fun. You knew you beat them as soon as you heard like smashing, maybe breaking their controller or something. Yeah, good days, man. I miss the old Call of Duty days too. Look at this. We still got our high grounds, maintaining the position. We're probably gonna have to drop down low though to take out some more people. Go for the last couple of quick eliminations here. There's 7 enemies left. We have 6 kills. I think it actually ended with a decent bit of kills, so there's a few more coming up here as soon as we drop down the mountain. Oh, look at this guy, though. What do you think you're doing there, bud? Nuh-uh, this is my mountain. I own this place, okay? I bought this mountain. Yeah, you better get out of here and don't come back. We don't like you up here, default boys. This is a skin mountain only, okay? If you don't have a skin, you can't be up here because you're not cool enough. There was some serious divisions back in the day, like a class system in Fortnite over the skins and the non-skins, right? Like if you had a skin, you were somebody. If you didn't, you were a nobody. All right, we're gonna drop down, take out these guys, and go for the easy dub. And of course, I have the rocket launcher, I have a purple scar, and a purple tac shotgun. So we can't lose. We have some of the best weapons in the game. And yeah, the tac shotty actually used to be really good. It's been nerfed now. It used to be a lot better. It used to do more body damage. It had a good headshot multiplier. So the tac shotgun now, it's nowhere near as good as the pump. It's just not. But it used to be pretty comparable, right? Like the tac and the pump, you could use either one and do reasonably well. Now, it's not so much. If you don't have a pump, you pretty much lose. I kind of feel like the tac should be vaulted in current Fortnite because nobody takes it. Have you ever talked to somebody now who's like, you know what? I'm going to take the tac over the pump? Answer is probably not. Okay, well, I say that, but there's that one guy in the comments who's like, I love the tac shotgun. I use it more than the pump. Because there's always that one guy. Every single time, there's that one dude. Every time. But for most of us, pump is way better. So I wouldn't be surprised if they vault the tac shotgun at some point. I kind of wish they just buff it instead of vaulting it, but I doubt they're ever going to buff it, right? Like, they're really careful with their shotgun buffs and nerfs because everyone loves to complain about shotguns. Okay, only a few people left. I've got to watch out for that high grounds in case he's up on that mountain. It's why I'm being so careful. I don't want to get sniped by anybody up on high grounds who might have gotten themselves up there. Because that was everything in game. As soon as you were on a mountaintop, you were pretty much guaranteed to win, especially if you had an RPG. If someone, boxed themselves in, a couple quick rockets, they got turned into mashed potatoes, you'd grab that easy dub and you keep things going. The graphics though, man, I can't get over how different the game looks. It just looked so much, I wouldn't say better, but just different. I prefer these graphics, if I'm going to be completely honest. If we could have the performance of today's Fortnite, great 60 FPS, better hit detection, better servers, but these graphics, I'd be happy. With everyone being so not happy with Epic Games in Fortnite right now, maybe they could release a classic Fortnite with the original map, the original weapons, the original graphics. That would be amazing. Just with, you know, modern Fortnite performance with the original everything, classic Fortnite would be really cool to see. I know it's been an idea people have been talking about for ages, bringing back, you know, classic Fortnite. Maybe they'll actually do it. Maybe it'll be something we get this summer. We could start a petition, the Bring Back Old Fortnite petition, have 1 million people sign it, and then maybe they'd have to give it to us. I wouldn't mind paying to play classic Fortnite again. There's so many people out there who never got to experience the original Fortnite. Kind of makes me sad because they definitely missed out on like an awesome piece of gaming history. And all right, look at this man. Come here, boy. Come here. Let me shoot you. I know there's one to the left over to the northeast, and I know there's one over to the southeast as well. He's hiding behind the supply drop. He thinks he can just camp over there, but I'm worried about it shooting one and getting lasered by the other. Oh, here we go. Look at that damage though. Oof, you could just laser people so hard. If the old ARs with their damage had first shot accuracy, it would have been insane. That's why weapons used to have so much bloom, is to keep them balanced, because if they were, you know, super accurate with the damage they were doing, you could just sit in a tree and laser everybody and they wouldn't be able to do anything, like, at all. Speaking of lasered, look at this man. Bop. Later, brother. I will take your rockets and move in for the 1v1. We currently have 7 kills. It's a 1v1 situation. We're going to build up and then just destroy this man with rockets. I have so many rockets, and the pumpkin launcher was wickedly overpowered. I kind of feel bad for one about to do this, man. I kind of feel dirty. He's about to get done dirty with the most overpowered thing that was ever in Fortnite, the pumpkin launcher. The pre-nerfed RPG was just insane. Watch how fast I can shoot this. Just continuously spam the guy. And there's no turbo building, so he can't just sit there and build. He has to sit there and keep clicking. So if you misclick at the wrong time or something, you were screwed. Builds also had this this thing where a lot of times they just wouldn't place. Like you try to build and it just wouldn't. That happened a lot during season 1. Now not so much. At least your builds work like 99% of the time. Look at this man. He's just getting spammed so hard. I kind of feel bad. Maybe I should send him like a fruit basket or something and be like, I'm sorry, you just got done that dirty. Look at that rocket spam followed up with some pro shots. Oh, this guy, he's trying. Like, he can build. He's doing really good for a season 1 player, but he's no match for my spam. We pick up the W. A nice 8-kill win. It was my first win of season 1 at Fortnite. It was a pretty fun game. A nice little blast of the past. I miss old Fortnite. Please, Epic, bring it back. Classic Fortnite mode. Let's make it happen. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like on it if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Again, thank you for all the support recently. It's been pretty amazing. The channel is growing faster than ever. You guys are pretty incredible. Yeah, hope you have a great day. I will catch you in the next one. Peace, everybody.